What a day. What a world. Um, so I'm at work. I'm working, today's Thursday, so I'm over with June. And on the way back, or actually before on the way back, I was told that when my landladies were over here, there were two kittens running around. So apparently, Illyria and Misa had gotten out of the box. So she said that they were able to get one in, but not the other. They're like, oh, she's like, oh, we got the little, fiery looking one in. So Illyria was in there. How she even had the strength to freaking jump up that high and climb out is beyond me. But then when I got home, Misa was nursing, and so I had to figure out a new plan with that freaking box. So luckily enough, my landlady left a toilet box that the toilet had come in. It's a really big box and had various pieces and of cardboard in it. So I tried to fix it as much as possible. They're able to get out because of all the tape in the middle. They're able to get their claws in the tape behind it. But now it's just pretty much like one smooth piece. So that should, and not to mention, I put like it's basically a closed box now. I had the box, the actual toilet box. I just kind of put on top like a lid. I mean, I hate to do that, but I can't afford to go to sleep or, go to work and have to worry about kittens missing when I get home. Um, I was also out there trying to get Mama. Meowsy was supposed to be fixed tomorrow, but because she's a feral, technically a feral cat, she needs to be in a trap. And how do you trap an animal? You lure them in. What do you lure them in with? Food. Well, guess what? She's getting fixed. She can't eat. So you have this long metal trap and nothing to lure her in with. So I had to pick her up and try to get her into this 4 times. And they're actually a lot worse than they look. You can see the red, everything. Tore my hand up right there. Um, right there. Right there. Right there on my wrist. But she just completely just tore up my hand. And it hurts already, and I can only imagine what it's going to feel like tomorrow when I wake up. Um, but so it had to be rescheduled for July. I mean, it was the last second thing. You can usually have animal control or whoever come out. It's like they catch them, they take them to where they need to be, and then you can just kind of come in, pick them up. They've got those, I don't know what they're called. They're like the little noose type things, the little poles but it's safe. Um, so there's that. But if we were able to use a crate, which again, apparently because she's a feral cat, she needs to be in a trap. I could have easily had my friend's husband bring over the dog crate. I could have taken her in, thrown her into the damn thing, and closed the door. But we can't use that apparently. We need a trap. So, um, gotta figure out it once if she figures out the day, because she talked to whoever from what was it? I think she's Friends of Stanley County. Um, so if she figures out a day, then I can probably call animal control and say, hey, I need you guys out here on this day. But that yeah, right there, fucking covered in like not covered, but arms dirty right now. I've been out there trying to deal with her, trying to deal with the freaking box. I mean, seriously, coming home, I was worried that I would come home and I wouldn't find one of them. It's like, oh, we found one of them, put him back in the box, but we couldn't get the other because they were. And I tried to get Misa, and she was just like all around. um, but luckily enough, she was just laying there suckling on mama. So, you know, thank the Dark Lord for that. Because honestly, I mean, it's like they're young and yes, they want to get out, but I'm like, well, they should still follow mama wherever she goes. So if mama's laying down, they're not going to stray too far from her. So fortunately, the best case scenario, and we got home and I just tried to figure out what to do about that damn box. It's as long as it's like a solid piece and it's just, from top to bottom and all that, it should be fine. But I'm still going to keep it on the thing on top because, but again, the only reason they were able to climb up is because there was so much freaking tape in there, because it would break or this or that, and they would get their claws onto the back of it and they would Spider-Man their freaking way up. But these pieces seem pretty solid. I mean, and this, it's only temporary. I mean, I fixed it for tonight. If it rolls around tomorrow and I could, if I had a staple gun, probably be easier. Just like staple all these things so that way on the sides it was all stapled. That way because I still have to do in the middle, because otherwise they can slip right up in between uh, the box that they're already in and the piece that I insert. They could just slip right in through there. So I would have to, and if I, being able to staple gun, use a staple gun, I'd be able to sideways, so that way they wouldn't be able to hook their little tiny freaking claws in it. But everyone's safe. So like I said, thank Dark Lord for that. Um, Illyria though, they're so precious. But was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I'm sitting there on the ground, out on the porch, and she comes running up. I'm like, hi. She looks at me. She does like this little smile. She does this little wink, and then she runs off. But today she was kind of coming up, and I was picking her up, and she was purring. I'm like, oh my god, you're purring. He's purring. Um, but yeah, she's a good girl. Unfortunately, her eye situation it's gotten better. It's just still looks like crap because she's still sick. Apparently got like an upper respiratory infection, which for kittens can last up to like 21 days, with no treatment. She's not gonna die from it. It's just, humans get it all the time too. And I think D-Luke might have it, but it could also just be the weather, changing back and forth. But the fact that her eyes aren't gunky anymore to where she closes and she's like, can't open them, that's a huge plus. Not as much from the nose. Um, so with proper nutrition, getting mama's milk, she's been seemingly producing more milk than normal or needed. So she's actually been letting them nurse. I went in last night. I was feeding them and I heard poof inside of their box. And I'm like, because I'm like, okay, it's going to be mama. I'm going to go out there and Meowsy's going to be in the box. It's like, Meowsy, get out of the box. You just had your food. It's the same food, except yours is right there. But no, I went outside. I couldn't really see anything at first. So I came in here, got my phone, went back outside and shown the light in. And there was mama laying in the corner of the box, all of them nursing. I mean, that probably feels really good because again, for the past couple days, she'll have what seems like a lot of milk being produced, and her stomach will look all, bloated, and then they'll start nursing, and then clears right up. So she probably went in last night because she wanted that milk gone, because while it's not hurting her, having that extra weight probably doesn't feel so good for her. Especially when you're walking on all fours and you have that, it's pulling you down. So yeah, she was in the box last night and she was feeding the babies. So everyone got a drink last night, which is good. Woke up this morning, let them out. While they were out, I did their sheet. Um so clean sheet, clean litter box. How they managed to piss and shit so much when they're not eating that much is beyond me. They eat maybe twice a day. I give them they're eating regular food now, so you know, cans like this is enough for all of them. Um, so I give them that stuff like once or twice a day, and oh, they're just you know like little freaking beasts, just crapping and pissing all day. Um, but at least they're using the litter box. Some of them will have accidents, obviously, but for the most part, when I've on the sheet that's out there, there really hasn't been a whole lot apart from like the one accident that one of them had. I think it might have been Midna. It might have been. It was either Midna or Illyria, one of those two. But other than the accident, because a lot of the times they have accidents because there might be someone in the litter box already, especially right after they get in from running around. You know, I've been letting them eat. When I let them out, I'll let them out. They'll eat, run around, and everything. They'll have water. So by the time I put them back in, and they've got to go to the bathroom, so one's in the the litter box. It's like, oh god, I can't go. So, but apart from that one accident, so I just took the sheet to the other yard and just with a hose before I washed it. Not a big deal. But yeah, the litter box really helps. They've got their water in one corner. I had to change corners because they were like when they with the litter box and the litter, they would like somehow get it over into the water. So I had to move from one side to the other, which now it's good. The water stays clean. The litter box is in the back of the box. But yeah. So I go out there one final time. They ate. I let them out today at 6. I've been letting them out at around 5 or so. But I figured let me just let them out at 6, let them run around for an hour. And then I had to go. I remember that I needed to get them more food, so I put them in. But then the whole thing with the box and Meowsy trying to get her in, and then I mean this fortunately didn't happen until after I got back. Like this happened right before I started filming. So, but yeah, they're all good. You know, he looks good. I saw when I was walking home, I saw Lucifer in the front. He came in the back before when I was out there. He came in and all that. So I've been great with it. I mean, it's not like he's a mean cat, and he does love me. He does his little winky thing that cats do to let you know they care. It's just he doesn't want to be touched by anyone. I can sit there on the porch and he'll come up and eat. It's just he won't let you touch him, and no amount of bonding is gonna, again, he has his tail in the air and a little question mark to show you he's happy, and he'll do his stare and winky thing at you to little kitty kisses, is that's what that is. When they stare at you and blink really slowly, that's what it is. They're sign of affection. So he'll do those things. So I know he loves me, but yeah, I'm never gonna be able to get it to where it's like Meowsy, because Lucifer's old. Meowsy, when she came over, she was like 2, 3 years old, so there was hope with her. But Lucifer's old. He's not gonna come around anytime soon. But as long as he stays over here and everything, he has a great life. Eats, he drinks. He's got attention. I mean, even if he doesn't come over, I acknowledge him every day. Like, hey, Lucifer. If he's too afraid to come up here because Mama's out there, I'll take the food and put it closer to the steps so that way he can eat. Like that, I can get close like that. But if I was to reach out and try to pet him, no, he's not having any of that. I can put the food near him and he'll eat. He'll eat quickly and then he'll like take a huge bite and then run off with it. But that's because Mama's sitting there and she's like, so. Ow. every time I move my hand, it just feels like something's opening up. You know, I got the flaps of skin that were hanging off of my hand, and that would. I mean, have you ever had? I'm sure you guys have had that plenty of times where you like cut your hand, and then like air is able to flow through, and it just feels really weird. So I just cut the skin off because I'm not dealing with that crap. Um, yeah, but it still feels weird. Anyway, yeah. So from being at work and hearing that two of the kittens were out of the box to having to deal with the box to getting torn up by mama, been a cat-filled day. Cat-filled day. Uh anyway, oh, it was AC. I was like, what the hell is that? Um anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.